What's going on, everybody? Christian Ballard, Ballard Sports Media. The question for this weekend in college football, in my opinion, we could look all at the Georgia-Alabama game, and we have all week. But another game on the radar for me, being in the state of Alabama, I look at Auburn coming off a loss, Oklahoma coming off a loss. Both teams going to be motivated to play each other. It's at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Who needs the win more? And I think that's a really good question to ask. Is it Oklahoma so they don't start out in the SEC 0-2? Is it Auburn? Being at home, your home crowd behind you, and you still want to make a statement as to why you could compete for the SEC this year and why you can be that team in Hugh Freeze. Hugh Freeze does not have the best of resumes so far at Auburn. Now, he's not like below 500 or nothing, but, you know, he was a great coach at Ole Miss. He was great at Liberty, and all eyes are on him. So who needs that win this weekend? I got to hear from you in the comments. Me personally, I think it's Oklahoma because I know that they want to compete and try to get one of those playoff spots. It's not Auburn trying to compete for the playoff. Now, I don't say any of this to downgrade Auburn. You guys know I'm an Alabama guy, and there's some heat and beef within that rivalry. You know, I don't necessarily hate Auburn. I mean, I did growing up, but I've kind of grown on them a little bit. I want to see all the teams in this state have great success on the football field. My heart says to go with Auburn this weekend, but at the same time, I just think Oklahoma's a better team, and you got to let it be what it is. And I got to hear from you guys in the comments. Who needs the win more between the Sooners and the Tigers on Saturday? The kickoff time, I think it's just before the Georgia game. I want to say it's like 2:30 Central or 2 Central or something like that, because Alabama, Georgia, of course, is, 7:30 kickoff Eastern time. But got to hear from you guys. Like, how do you feel about this Oklahoma and Auburn game? It's at Jordan-Hare. Can the crowd back up Auburn just enough with whoever's at quarterback? We talked a little bit about Hank Brown. We've talked about the struggles of Peyton Thorne. And then you look at what's going on with Oklahoma. And, gosh, quarterback name slips my mind. But they've kind of, had some quarterback controversy a little bit too. They've had Jackson Arnold the last couple years. And, there was... And I apologize, I'm kind of going off the top of my head with this video. I don't really have any notes. It's just kind of that topic of conversation. Regardless of that, put the Oklahoma quarterback thing aside. Oklahoma has great defense, kind of, sort of, okay offense. I think these teams are kind of evenly matched in a way, but I think it's obvious, even though Auburn's at home, you kind of favor the Sooners in this matchup, according to Vegas and spreads and everything like that, and rightfully so. I think they're just a better team. But can Auburn pull an upset? Yes. Oklahoma's ranked. What if Auburn wins that game? Will they be ranked? Again, they got 2 losses, and they gotta get some wins like this. I think Auburn needs it more because they do have road games with Georgia and Alabama this year. Georgia coming up practically, I think it's next week or 2 weeks from now, and then you get Alabama at the end of the year, and they got to get back to trying to win in those rivalry games. Now, it's probably not going to happen this year because both Alabama and Georgia are on the road, number one, and they're just better than Auburn. But Auburn needs to pick up SEC victories to have a good conference record, and they need to win the non-con games as much as they possibly can to try to hit that 7 or 8 win regular season mark. I think they went 6-6 last year. If they could improve by a win or so and then make a bowl game and win a bowl game, they will have success in year 2 under Hugh Freeze. I think they can do it. I did do the pick'em, and my heart said I don't even remember who I picked on the pick'em, but right now my heart says Auburn can do it. But this is one of those games you don't want to touch. Oklahoma coming into this game is a better team, but also at the same time, you got Auburn, who, what if they get it right? What if they're motivated? Hugh Freeze knows the SEC. He knows what it takes to win in the SEC. The question is not does he know what it takes, because he's been there. He was at Ole Miss for 3 seasons or whatever. Now he's got some vacated wins and stuff, but he was a winner, on the field. But he knows what it takes. Does he have what it takes? Is it pressure getting to him? Because in this state, Auburn and Alabama are the 2 biggest schools in the state. Not UAB, where I'm going to college and everything soon. Not UNA. Not Huntsville. Troy is big, but it's not the biggest. Alabama State, Alabama A&M, they're big, but those are not the major go-to schools for football. They're good, but in this state, it's Auburn and Alabama. It's one or the other. It's sometimes both. I don't think we're getting a winner-take-all Iron Bowl at the end of the year. I'm excited to go with my mom, but I wish it had high stakes. I don't think we're going to get it this year. But if Auburn can pick up wins like this Oklahoma game this year, if they could pull off some upsets and win their home games, and then if they could just run the table a little bit, I think they get Vandy. I don't have the schedule pulled up later on, or in this video, but like later on down the road, I think they get like Vandy or whoever. Tennessee, no, I don't think it's Tennessee. Anyway, they got some teams on the schedule that are going to be tough. I think Auburn, man, they got too much talent there. They really do. Cam Coleman, Perry Thompson. And then the real issue has really just been that quarterback. I don't even know who they need to go with. They said to bench Peyton Thorne. Okay, cool. Hank Brown comes in. But is he really the answer? I don't know. But Auburn needs this win more so than Oklahoma does. I know Oklahoma needs to get an SEC victory to put a stamp on why they joined. They got to do that. I would make the argument that both teams need it just as much as the other, because Auburn's been in the SEC. They need to get back to winning SEC competition. But Oklahoma's trying to prove this year, not that they can get to the SEC title game, but just that they can compete with the SEC teams. Tennessee loss, I could get it. Tennessee's a really good team with Nico Iamaleava at quarterback. Well, what about Auburn? Yikes. You lose that game? 0-2 start in conference play. I don't know. Plus, you got to host Alabama at the end of the year. What if you lose 3 SEC games? Not that they will. I don't know about that game yet. We're not there yet. I think they also get teams like South Carolina or whoever. I mean, they're going to pick up some SEC victories. Can they get their first one this weekend at Jordan-Hare Stadium? Let me know in the comments. I love and appreciate all of you for the love and support on here. Jesus loves you. God bless you all. And I hope you have a fantastic weekend of college football. Don't forget, we'll be live for Georgia, Alabama tomorrow night here on Ballard Sports Media. So, love you guys. Let me know who you got winning this game and also who needs the victory between Oklahoma and Auburn. Love y'all. Have a good one.